Newspaper articles tell us what's happening in the world, or in this case, in space. Newspaper articles usually answer the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, and why. Click the green button to learn more about the 5 W's. A newspaper article always explains who the story is about. In this case, the who is the astronauts. A newspaper article tells when the events in the story take place. A newspaper article explains where the events take place. A newspaper article should also explain why the events happened or why they are important. This article tells us people are living in space to do experiments and build the space station so that someday kids like you may be able to live in space too. Now you know the important questions a good newspaper article must answer: who, what, when, where, and why. Here is the entire newspaper article, Life on a Space Station.
Life on a Space Station by Mary Kay Carson. How would you like to live in space someday? Some people already do. On a space station. The station circles Earth 230 miles above us. It whizzes around our planet at over 17,000 miles per hour. Astronauts from different countries have called the space station home since the year 2000. Groups of 3 people take turns living on the station. They travel between their space home and Earth on the space shuttle. What's it like to live on the space station? It's like taking a 4-month camping trip in space, says John Charles, a NASA scientist. The members of the station crew eat dried food, bathe with wet cloths, and sleep in sleeping bags. The sleeping bags are tied to a wall. Otherwise, the crew would float around all night. The weightlessness of space can be fun. The crew members do somersaults and play catch in slow motion. They also like to earth gaze out the window.
If you were weightless in space, what would you try to do?
There's work to be done too. The space station is a busy place. The station's crew members do science experiments. They also spend a lot of their time adding new parts to the station. The space shuttle brings the parts. The astronauts sometimes make spacewalks outside the station to attach the new parts. Building a house can take less than a year. Building the space station will take at least 8 years.
Welcome to The Choice is Right. It's the fast-paced game where I ask the questions and you choose the answers. Choose carefully and you could be the next Choice is Right champion. Let's see if you can read carefully for answers. Okay, question number 1. Where are the people on the space station from? Click the button next to the correct answer.
Remember what it was like living on the space station? It was certainly different than living on Earth. See how much you remember from the article. Read the questions in the writer's pad and then type your answers. Words in a series are separated by commas. Commas tell the reader to pause. Click a spotlight to find out more. Luis saw snakes, tigers, elephants, zebras, swans, and monkeys at the zoo. This said, we will run, play, jump, hop, skip, throw, and talk at recess today. Do you see the commas that separate the words in this series of verbs? My brother saw a green, scaly, hot, grumpy, mean lizard. Commas separate the adjectives in this sentence that describe the lizard. Commas, commas, and more commas. Remember to use them when writing a series of words. What a difference the commas make. Click the Go On arrow to go to the next activity. Remember, whenever you have a list, make sure you put a comma between each item you mention. Look at these sentences. Click the sentence with the list of items. Then, click OK to check your answer. Try again. Marvelous! Find the sentence with the list. Way to go! Find the sentence with the list. Fabulous! Find the sentence with the list. Terrific! Wow! You did a great job finding sentences with lists. Verbs can describe an action that is taking place now or in the past. Some verbs are called irregular verbs because you have to change the spelling of the word to show that something happened in the past. Today, the space shuttle brings parts, but the shuttle has brought parts in the past. Today, astronauts make spacewalks, but they have made spacewalks in the past. This sentence is missing a verb. Find the verb that completes the sentence and drag it to the blank. The shuttle has flown into space. Good choice. That's the verb. The moon rock was hidden in the box. That's it. The class had sung a song about the moon. Quite right. She has seen the Earth from space. Way to go! We have built a space station. Excellent! Bravo! You're on top of your irregular verbs. These words all have the sound wa. Write your own sentences using these words. You can click the words to hear how they sound. Let's make new words by adding a prefix. Remember, a prefix is a group of letters added to the beginning of a word. Adding a prefix makes a new word with a new meaning. The prefix un means not. Click a blue arrow to make a new word with the prefix un. Only one of the word choices is correct. Unhappy. Great! Unhappy means not happy. Adding the prefix dis makes a new word with the opposite meaning. Click a blue arrow to make a new word with the prefix dis. Only one of the word choices is correct. Oops, that word doesn't make sense. Not quite. Choose the word that makes sense with the prefix dis. Let's make oops, that word doesn't make sense. Sorry. Let's review prefixes, suffixes, and compound words. A prefix is the part of a word that comes before a root word. To break apart the prefix from the root word, click each bead to move letters over. The first crew from the space station is returning from their trip. You're the star reporter from NASA News, and you want to get the scoop before anyone else does. To make sure you get all the facts for your report, create some interview questions. Use these words to start your questions. Who, what, where, when, how, and why. That way, you'll be able to write an article that's out of this world.